Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome to the virtual Weight and Fat Loss Summit. I am Walter Lewis, your fitness coach, and today we have guest speaker and actually health coach, Dr. Brenda Bradley. And the topic she will be discussing is how to transition to a plant-based lifestyle. Welcome, Dr. Bradley.
Thank you. Thank you. It is so good to be here again. I really appreciate it. I enjoy these types of platforms because I'm on a familiar territory when it comes to what I do being a plant-based health coach. So I really appreciate the opportunity for having me here today. So hello, everyone. So Walter has stated that we're going to talk about how to transition to the plant-based lifestyle. You'll hear me say plant-based, I'll interact that or change up. I might say vegan. I don't want to confuse anyone. I am basically plant-based. And one of the reasons why I use this particular word plant-based is because if you really look up the word vegan, you'll find out that it's kind of somewhat strict, or the meaning of it basically. It's a lifestyle where someone who says that they're vegan is saying that they do not consume any products from the animal kingdom. And when they say products, they're not even dealing with, you can't have leather in your car, you can't have leather shoes, leather belt, nothing at all. So I need to be very careful when I say, oh, I'm a vegan, because somebody might just call me out and say, hey, are those leather seats in your car? I don't know. They look leather though. so, so I kind of stick to, plant-based. And another thing, the vegan, when most people say they're vegan, they're really saying that they're out there to protect the animals as well. That's one of the driving forces. Now, my reason for becoming plant-based, what led me and what's leading many other people, if you actually, go out there and do the research, is I was concerned for my health. I was in a lot of trouble dealing with high blood pressure, high cholesterol, borderline diabetes, and things like that. So, after trying so many products and things on the market, some did work and they didn't work. And I found myself gaining more weight once I left a particular program. Being plant-based, let me just say this here. I am not in the arena to badmouth any program. I just don't believe in that. This is totally, I believe in guilt-free, because what works for me might not work for you, and what's working for you might not work for me. So let's not do that. Let's just say, we call it bio-individuality. So again, a lot of people are really jumping on the bandwagon when it comes to plant-based vegan, is because of health, but there are other reasons why people choose this particular lifestyle. And some of the reasons could be ethical, environmental, it could be religious, political, cultural, even economic. But one of the main reasons why people are choosing this particular lifestyle is because of their health. Now, many people probably say, Walter, okay, I've been thinking about this, but I just don't think I can do that. I need to be hanging out with my friends on Friday. And now that, football season is in, we grabbing chicken wings and French fries and our beer and all. So people, they do come up with excuses. But when you really dig deep, one of the things that I have found is that people are very unsure on how to even begin the process. How do you transition into a lifestyle such as this? So let me just say a couple of things though. There are two terms that I was clueless on, and that was, one day I would tell you I was vegan, and then the next day I would tell you I was vegetarian. There is a huge difference. Well, there's a difference. So a person that says that they are vegan, saying that they do not consume anything from the animal kingdom. They're not eating any meat. They're not eating any eggs, cheese, milk. They're not consuming any of that. Whereas a vegetarian would say, hey, Dr. Bradley, I'm a vegetarian. I don't eat meat. What that person is telling me is that even though he or she doesn't eat meat, they are still consuming something that's coming from the animal, whether it's eggs, milk, and cheese. So we got that out the way. Now, let's fast forward a little bit and say, okay, Walter calls me up in the wee hours of the night. He had a bad dream, and the dream was telling him, "You better go plant-based." So then he calls me up and texts me or whatever. Say, "Okay, I'm ready. What do I need to do?" One of the things that I would say was to Walter and to anyone else is Rome was not built in a day. So let's just take this thing slow. I saw something the other day that said, just because you plant the seed doesn't mean that the fruit is ready to eat or something like that. You're not going to eat the fruit the same day that the seed is planted. So when it comes to plant-based, I encourage people just, start slow. Do your research. Want to ask yourself this question. Why are you deciding to go plant-based? Are you doing it because all your friends are doing it? You have to really do some soul searching. Why do you want to do it? And once you start asking yourself those questions, and then you start doing the research, I highly recommend to do the research. So again, I would say number one is to start slow. Well, how would I start individual out slowly? I would say, okay, we have breakfast, lunch, and dinner, right? So pick one of those meals that you decide that you're not going to eat meat. So I'll tell people, let's start with breakfast. So during breakfast, let's say you're not going to eat any eggs and drink any milk or anything like that. But then come lunch and then come dinner, you will. So what you're doing, you started slow. You're just choosing a meal that you're not going to consume any meat or any animal byproducts. And so that's one way of starting slow. And you can just do that, the whole week. You're just slowly removing. That's all you're doing, slowly removing. And then for breakfast, you can have like a plant-based breakfast. There are a lot of foods that are out there that people don't even realize that, you're probably eating plant-based, but you just haven't connected the dots. I'll give an example. I went to a young lady was hosting a cancer event in her house, and she wanted me to come, and she wanted me to talk about essential oils and things, natural solutions, basically. So when I made it there, she said, "Dr. Brad, I'm so sorry. I don't have anything here for you to eat. I was trying to get to a vegan store or something, but I just couldn't. But I did find this cupcake." So she showed me this cupcake. And it had vegan on the cupcake. And so I said, "Oh, that was very thoughtful of you, but don't worry about it." So I proceeded in the house. And when I walked into her home, I saw she had this entire spread of food out. And I looked and I said, "Oh my, I see a lot of options on this table for me." She had nuts, she had a veggie tray, she had a fruit tray, she had a salad. I said, "Look at all this vegan food." And everybody kind of stopped and looked at me like, "Where is it?" It's right here. I don't know what they were thinking. So so that's what I tell people. You might just be eating and just don't realize because you haven't connected the dots. Another thing is I believe in replacing certain foods. I tell people to remove and replace. So like if, for example, let's say that you love eating, I don't know, a cereal with milk every morning with some fruit in it, some bananas, some blueberries, something like that. And then you say, "Oh my God, I still want to eat my bowl of cereal." I would say continue to eat your bowl of cereal. However, all we're going to do is just replace the cow's milk or the animal milk with a nut milk, such as coconut milk or almond milk or hemp milk or oat milk. It's different other milks that are out there that can be replaced. So those are just some of the tips. And then for, let's say about the busy professionals, oh my goodness, I believe these people should be taken well care of because they are out there hustling and trying to get it done and making some great strides. But even the busy professional needs to be eating healthy too. So one of the things that I would say, because I used to be in that world in corporate America and working 60 and 70 hours a week, oh my gosh, that was my problem too. That's why I blew up chasing. But what I learned and what I would tell people is if you could pick a day, like that weekend or that Sunday or something that you could say, I'm going to take an hour or two and I'm just going to get in the kitchen and I'm just going to prep my meals. I'm going to prepare my meals just that one day, get the family involved or someone. But then I also have the busy professional that says, I don't cook. Do you not cook, or is it that you don't want to cook, or is it that your wife won't let you in the kitchen, or your husband won't let you in the kitchen? But it's okay, because what's happening now is that there are a lot of companies that are out there that they would deliver the food where you can prepare it yourself, or they can deliver the food that's already packaged. Now, I will say that might be pricey a little bit, but hey, like I said, what worked for some might not work for others. So there might be some of the busy professionals that are out there that can definitely afford that. So there are companies that can cater to that need. And another thing is to prepare, in the morning. We jump up, we're ready to go. Why not prepare the night before, the day before, where you can just grab and go. You just want to be able to eat a little bit healthier. So those are just some of the tips that I have for the busy professional. So I'm gonna pause here. I see you, Walter, looking at me like you have this big question mark.
So no, they are great tips. So can you tell me what would be some of the benefits of someone wanting to transition to a plant-based lifestyle? What are some of the benefits? Can you talk about that?
Oh, that is a great question. So you see me smiling, right?
Yes.
I'm like this 24/7,
Uh-uh.
even in my sleep. That's
Nice.
one of the benefits. You just feel good every day. It's something that's really good when you just wake up and you really don't know what day it is, but you really
Uh-huh.
don't care.
Yes.
That's me. I don't know. It's today, like today is Saturday, right?
Mhm.
It's Saturday. But no, seriously, what the benefits are really, um, when a person starts out, like I do have a program called the 21-Day Vegan Challenge. And I tell everyone in the challenge, listen, um, there are gonna be some things that you need to recognize. And one of the things is detoxification. I tell them on the very first day, the evening of that day, they're going to notice some changes are going to begin to happen, and we call that detoxification. And I tell them, don't worry about it. You might get a headache, a stomach ache. You might feel like you got the flu or even body aches. However, I say, hold on. It's not going to be that bad that you cannot go to work. So don't call in sick or anything like that. But if it is just that bad, I find that normally it's because of individuals that might be taking a lot of medicines. And I also recommend, do not stop taking your medicine. Do not come and say, Dr. Bradley said, no, I did not. Do not stop taking your medicine without your physician. So I say, hold on. Then about the 5th day, I tell them, I said, you're going to get this burst of energy. It's just going to come out. It's just amazing. So that's one of the benefits, the energy. Your energy improves, your sleep improves, mental clarity. I
Right.
can remember when I was 4 years old. I can tell you, I can remember so much. So no more brain fogs or anything like that. Your skin improves, it glows. No, I'm not pregnant. My skin is glowing. I'm actually just plant-based. So and even for women, I have so many testimonies. Women that are nearing their menopausal state, those hot flashes and things like that, you'll find out that those decrease. And then, now that I've given that to the women, let me give something to the men too.
Mhm.
Um, I'll say it this way. One of my clients, a male client, he did the transition, and he came to me and he said, Dr. Bradley, why didn't you just tell me what I really wanted to hear? I would have jumped on that bandwagon months ago. And I
Mhm.
said, what is it that you're trying to say? So you didn't tell me about the endurance, vitality,
Uh-huh.
the
Right.
stamina.
Right.
No, it's just so many things that happen it's a lot of benefits, a lot of benefits.
Mhm.
So that's some of the main ones. Again, your energy improved, your skin improved, mental clarity, no more brain fog or any of that
Mhm.
stuff. And you go on a regular basis, and
Mhm.
you don't hang out in the bathroom forever, but you go on a regular basis. So it improves all of that. So it's great.
Well, we're coming to an end, running out of time
Already?
already. But I want to say great tips. So where can somebody find more information about you? What's your website and the programs you offer?
Great. So you can find me on www, of course, the World Wide Web, drbtbradley.com. That is DRBT. Then my last name is spelled Bradley, so drbtbradley.com. All that information is there. You can even go and contact me and you'll send me a message that way. Or you can call me. I'm a real person. You can call me. And if I don't pick up, I will call you back. You can call me at 888-567-2822. Or you can email me at brenda@drbtbradley.com.
Okay. And you said now that you said you offered a detoxification, you have a 21-day detox program, and
I, I
is it something
do.
else?
So I have a 21-day vegan challenge. And so during that challenge, I'm actually holding you by the hand, basically, from day 1 to 21. And you're going to get written instructions. You'll get a remove and replace chart, a copy of my cookbook, 21-day meal plan, and even a shopping list. So I'm giving you all the tools that you would need. And then you will have me, because anytime you get stuck or you feel as though you're stuck, I'm there to bail you out and help you out by way of, I have a private Facebook page. And for those that are not on Facebook, I make sure that they have my, I have another number that you can text me. So I don't care where you are, you're able to text me and I'm able to respond that way. I also, I have I customize meal plans as well for someone that says, I just want you to customize my meal plan. And those meal plans are either vegan or vegetarian. So plant-based, whatever, vegan or vegetarian. So I do that. I do lay hands on people. I'm an essential oil educator as well. I believe in natural solutions. Everybody's not going to be a vegan or a vegetarian, Walter, but you and I both know that there are still ways to help. So I totally believe in essential oils. There's an oil for almost anything out there. And so I educate people on that too. I do mobile cooking classes where I come out and say, hey, let's have a party. Let's cook. Let's get in the kitchen and cook. So I do things like that. So it's on the website. So please, and if anybody have any questions, just reach out and I definitely will respond.
Okay. Well, thank you, Dr. Brindley Bradley, for your time. Awesome
You're welcome.
tips. And then we will be talking soon.
Great. And thank you. And one last thing,
Sure.
always allow food to be your medicine and never your poison. Thank you so much, Walter. I appreciate it.
I love it. Awesome. All right.